G'day, welcome back to another episode of Togl. Well, let me introduce myself for those who are new to the channel. My name's Jason and my wife Kayleen and we are building a off-grid lifestyle for ourselves in northwest Tasmania, Australia. It's been a long process so far, we're still moving towards that. This is our journey. Anyway, this week what I've got for you, that beehive right behind me, you would have seen that 2 weeks ago. We had a big colony of bees move into that and I want to get that up to the block. To move a beehive you need to wait until it's dark. So in a couple of hours, once the sun sets and it gets dark and all the bees are tucked up safely and snugly in bed, I will block off that hive. I'll be putting it in the truck and we'll be taking it up the block. And then I'm going to spend the night up there. Why not? I might as well have a little camp out. And then tomorrow I've got a heap of that really fantastic sort of big property works, things such as digging trenches, weed control and all that other sort of fun stuff. But I'm sure on this episode I'll also find a couple of other more fun things to show you as well. So grab yourselves a brew, sit back. I hope you enjoy this episode. Okay, well, the sun has gone down behind the horizon. There's still a bit of light around. Temperatures dropped significantly. It's quite cold. And I've been watching this for about 10 minutes or so. Haven't seen any more bees go in. So what I'm going to do is get up there, pack it with the foam, and then we'll get it onto the car and we'll head up to the block. Okay, so this is a piece of foam. All we've got to do is just push it in and pack it in to that slot there. And as you can see, I've also got the track to carry all that's finished and painted up. I'll take that up the block too. I'll put the timber paneling on it when I get up there. Right, bees are loaded. Let's get up the block. Well, it's gone quite dark up here now. Got up here just with the last little bit of light. I was able to get the beehive off the back of the truck and put it into place down beside the other two, get the foam out of it, make sure it was set up all nice and level without needing a torch, and then just get set up. So I got my bed set up, ready to go, and I've got to tell you, I love being up here. I love this little shack that we built. It's awesome. It's nice and cozy. It'd be nice if I had a fire in here though. I haven't got a fireplace put into here yet of any sort. We are coming into summer, so I'm not going to need it for a while yet. But I thought, well, it's going to be nice to just crack open a nice Merlot. And I've got a bit of jalapeno cheese and some crackers. And just basically sit up here for a little while, enjoy the peace of the evening, and then get a good night's sleep, because I've got a lot of work to do tomorrow. But in the morning, first up, what I might do is I'll take you for a quick walk around the veggie patch, show you everything that's going on down there. Things are going really well, especially with all the rain we've had lately. And I'll show you the beehive as well, and you can see that all those bees will be happily coming and going. They'll be setting themselves up. So yeah, I'm just going to enjoy this, call it a night. I'll see you guys in the morning. Well, good morning. Quite a nice night last night. A little chilly, but not bad. Nice and peaceful, except for about, must have been 2 or 3 in the morning when that damn possum was trying to crawl up the side of the tin shed. But no, very nice and beautiful and peaceful up here this morning. So, having a coffee, cooking up a little bit of brekkie, and then we'll get on with the day. So it is gorgeous out there today. I think it's going to be a really nice day. So hopefully I should get a lot done. Anyway, I'll see you up in the paddock. Actually no, I'll see you down at the beehive once I've had some breakfast. We'll just go and check and see how those bees are going that we moved up here last night. Alright, well that's brekkie done, and there's the beehives just behind me, so let's go have a look. So this one on the right is the new one, and there's low activity at the moment, but the sun hasn't even hit them yet. So I did see a couple of bees coming in and out earlier. Yeah, they're still sleeping. These other ones are doing alright though. They're coming and going. These ones should be waking up. Oh, there goes one. One just came out. So they're starting to wake up. And there he goes back in again. Here comes another one. Here they come. Now they're all starting to wake up. So they'll get themselves sorted out. They've had a rough night. Got bumped around a bit. One just went back in with pollen on its legs. So there's actually already been groups of them going out this morning, which is really good. That one that just went in with the pollen looks like it just came straight back out as well. And there it goes back in again, changed its mind. Take that pollen in there, girl. Alright. These guys, yeah, they still don't look like they've woken up yet either. Generally, until the sun's just up there in the trees, once the sunlight starts to hit these, that's when they start to get really active. So we'll come back and check on them later on. But let me go and show you inside the veggie patch. Lots happening. So, still drinking my morning brew. And just trying to get ready to get on with the day. So let's have a quick look around here and see how everything's progressing. The Joa tree. It's, well, it hasn't done much, but at least it's still alive. This is one of my little gooseberries of some sort. So it's doing okay. It actually got knocked down in the wind, but it seems to be doing okay. Over here to the pomegranate, it died right back. I thought it was a goner, but as you can see, it is coming back. So that's really good. All right, coming up through here. The red table grape, doing fantastically. Passion fruit vines, they're still all coming along quite well, so that's good. And the green table grape, it's off to a slower start, but it is coming along, so that's good. I thought we'd lost that. All right, this asparagus is doing good, sending out a nice big. I'm just going to let this one grow really big. I'm not going to harvest anything off it this year. And we put a little tomato plant in the other day, Kay and I, so that's there. This is our Jerusalem artichokes. They're coming along really nicely. This is a globe artichoke. Hasn't done much since we put it in. We bought that one as a plant from the nursery. And last year's carrots, getting ready to go to seed. We'll harvest some seed off that. Popped another little tomato plant in there. Rhubarb's coming along well. Lemon verbena, kind of just sitting there, not doing a lot at the moment. It needs to pick up its game. All right, the black currants. So black currants are still doing all right. This one got snapped over a bit in the wind as well, so I've put a cage around it, but it's still got some little black currants in there waiting to ripen. That's good. Might at least get to taste them. Raspberries bushing up nicely. A few fruits starting to form there. We've got some more fruit starting to form over here, so that's really good. We'll get a couple of raspberries this year, but next year will be the go for the raspberries. And as I said, a couple of potato plants have propped up in there too. Okay, over to the beds. So as you can see, the other day I did put in the posts ready for the third bed. I need to get on to getting that started. But so all of our onions, leeks, so we've got brown onions, red onions and leeks in there, doing fine. And we've got cabbages. They're actually a bit bigger than what they were, and the broccoli is definitely bigger than what it was when we put it in. Kay struck that from seed and then we transplanted it. And then we've got our lettuces. We've got cos lettuce and iceberg lettuce there in 2 rows. And then we actually transplanted some more cabbage seedlings in as well. Now the cucumbers, man, they haven't done good. They're all dying. So I'm not quite sure what the go is with those guys, but they're pretty much cactus. We're gonna have to get some more of those and get them in. Radishes are doing really good. We're even starting to see some little red radish tops coming through in there, which is really good. And our beetroot, 2 colors, coming up really well in there. The carrots are all starting to come up and fluff up. Turnips and parsnips doing really good. And then the corn, we didn't get many of the corn strike out of the seed that we planted, so we actually went down to the nursery and we bought some corn seedlings, so we've put them in. But look at the beans. I think every single bean sprouted. There's a massive bean plant, so we're gonna have lots of beans. So yeah, corn doing really well. And the pumpkin plants, that one's looking a bit average. This one's coming along really well though, so that one's going to be fine. We also put a pumpkin plant down here in the corner to let it just run amok, and I don't know whether it's going to keep dying back or whether it's going to take off. We'll see. All right, asparagus patch needs a bit of a weed. All of this green leafy herb you can see there, it looks like a weed. Well, some people classify it as a weed, but that's sorrel, I believe. And yeah, it tastes really lemony. It's actually really nice. You can eat it, so that's good. Same with this asparagus. I'm just going to let it go this year. Sweet potatoes coming along great. I'll be removing the cover off these very shortly. Normal potatoes coming along really well. I need to do a top up of hay on top of these to get them growing up nicely. And I really got to come down and do some weeding. Our strawberry plants are hiding in there. You can kind of see the leaves there, there's another one there, and our silver beet's kind of just hiding down in there, so I really got to get onto that as well. But it's all about having the time to do it, and there's other competing priorities at the moment, like getting all of those thistles down before they go to seed. And just with our trees, so that was the apricot tree, still alive. Cherry tree, you can see we've got some fruit on there. Some of the fruit's actually died off, but some of the fruit seems to be developing nicely. So we might get a handful of cherries this year, but that's okay. At least the plants are still growing, and the apple tree's still good too. Okay, well, that's it for the veggie patch rundown. I need to finish this coffee and then get the brush cutter and go and get started on these thistles again, because I've got a big day ahead of me doing that. I'll see you up there at the paddock. And as you can see, mid-afternoon, and the bees are going great. That's what we've been seeing at home. All 3 hives are doing really well. I've been in and checked them actually. That's why there's a bit of honeycomb sitting out the front of that end one, because I had to trim off a bit that they'd put in the wrong spot. There was a little bit of honey in it, so I'm just letting them collect it. But yeah, all those bees are doing really well. Well, that's one of the not so fun and glamorous parts of owning a large block of land. Doing the maintenance, like getting rid of those weeds. Anyway, I did about 3.5 hours, and I had to stop because I broke one of the handles off the brush cutter, so I need to get that fixed. So I'm going to do a quick bit of mowing and a couple other little things around here, and then I'll be back up here in 2 days time. I'm going to stay up here again. I've got a couple of my mates coming up as well. We're going to have a bonfire, a few drinks, a few laughs. Should be really good. Now I just thought I'd quickly show you as well, that trap just behind me, swarm trap. Bees have moved into that one as well. They're going great guns up there. Let me show you in there. I don't want to get too close because I'm quite hot and sweaty, and that will attract a bee to me. But yeah, they're going really good. So there's another swarm as well. I think that puts us at 8 or 9 hives now. Although that one, I'm thinking, there's a lady down near Hobart who I sold one of my Kenyan top bar hives to, and she hasn't got bees in it yet, so I may end up taking those down to her. We'll see. Anyway, I'm going to do some mowing, and like I said, I'll be back up here in a couple of days time, which for you guys will just be in a second or two, just like that. And yeah, we're going to get some more done then. It should be fun times. I'll see you then. Well, it's the first day of summer, and it is a cracking day. It's beautiful, and time is just coming up to 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and I just had a phone call from my mate Neil. He said, "Hey Jace, do you want to come out in the boat and go and chase some squid?" So obviously I jumped at the opportunity because I love the squid, love the calamari squid. So racing, grabbed the rods, and I'm racing over there now, and thought I'll bring you guys along for the ride as well. So yeah, fingers crossed that we get a few squid tonight. Well, this afternoon I should say. Still another 3 or 4 hours until it gets dark, and yeah, the water is just lovely. Wait till you see it. Alrighty, I'll turn the camera back on once we're out on the boat. Yep. Alrighty, so we just left from the Penguin boat ramp. Gonna head out moving around and the water is just amazing. Well, we've been out here probably 15 minutes, maybe not even 15 minutes, and first one's in the boat, so that's really good. This is what we're using for those people that have never fished for squid before, is a squid jig, just like that. So you just jig that up and down through the water column. That one I actually hand painted, red and white, fantastic colours, and that's the one that I caught him on as well. So he's only a little guy. Wow, he's nice size. Not one of the monsters that's around though, but we are on the board, so that's the main thing. Once we get the next one, I'll do a bit of filming, but when I hooked that first one, it was just get him in and get on the board, so I'll get the camera out for the next one. I missed that. Okay, so that's the little guy, and he is a fairly small one, but hey, he's tasty. That'll make a nice stuffed squid tube, wouldn't it, Neil?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. Alrighty. You got one, I got one. Oh, all right, we got a double hookup. Yeah, I got 2 rods there. Oh, yeah, that's all right. Yeah. Right, I'm just holding big one. Woo! Jeez. Well, that was a bit exciting. Double hookup, 2 for 1. I got one on one rod, and then I put that rod down, and then next thing I know, I got another one. So yeah, fantastic. I'll show you them in a minute. Now, that's the sort of horse that we've been looking for. One like that. That's a cracker. And what you do to kill these, you can just hit them right on the back of the head. And see how that just turned white? That's now dead. Puts them straight out of their misery. Oh, better size than I thought. Oh, thanks, dude. Oh, got a shot. I thought it was he pulled it straight into the boat, and it got me big time. Look at that. It shot straight up the front of me. Oh dear. Sorry, man. Alright, well, we're going to call that a wrap. The sun's just gone down behind the horizon and it's getting really cold. But we ended up with 13 beautiful squid. So I'll show you them when we get back to the boat ramp. Well, safety back at the boat ramp. Neil's just tying her down, and then we'll get home. I'm looking forward to a nice hot shower, and then I've got to clean up some of these squid. So let me show them to you. So yeah, there's a dozen nice squid in there. It's a really nice feed. Half a dozen each. Beautiful. That'll be a couple of meals. Alrighty, so here we are back up on the block again, having a beer, one of my famous ginger beers that I make myself, and I've got a few mates that I'll introduce you to in a second, because tonight we're going to be lighting up that pile having a bit of a bonfire. I've got everything sorted. I've got the IBC on the back of the car there. Probably about 700 litres of water in there at the moment, rigged up to a pressure pump, so if we need it, it's there. Venison casseroles on cooking, that'll be what we'll all be having tonight, besides a few beers of course. And yeah, it should just be a nice, good, fun, relaxing evening. So let me introduce you to the guys. We'll head over that way now. You've met them all, I think, at some point. Thought I'd better do some filming. Right, so we got Denny.
We don't want any witnesses here.
The camera will go away later tonight. We got Mitch.
Police are looking for me, man.
And we got Neil. So you've seen, I was out fishing with Neil yesterday. We got those lovely squid.
I'm still single, looking for a chick, alright?
Yeah.
Mitch gave you the spot.
That's right, Mitch gave us the spot from the other week. So yeah, and Danny lives just up around the corner, and I'm sure that we've had you on the channel before too. So here's our casserole, and I'll show you that in just a second.
Perfect when you just cook coals it like that, you know.
That's right. There she is. Look at that.
If you start a good fire, just use the coals. Don't use the fire. I'm sorry to tell you.
No, that's all right.
Look at that. That's cracking, isn't it?
So there's a good venison rump in there, and that's one of the deer I shot a while back, and that's been cooking down in some beautiful fresh veggies, local veggies. So that's going to go down a treat tonight. We'll just put the lid back on there and let that keep cooking.
Oh, dear back.
All right, if only you could smell this. It smells amazing.
It tastes
we've
even
got
better.
some crusty bread rolls, and
You said
yeah,
crusty. I think 4 crusty guys here.
4 crusty guys with the crusty bread rolls, yeah, and it's just falling apart.
Don't forget me.
You got your veg in there.
Don't forget me.
Yeah, Neil doesn't want to eat at the moment. He's too busy drinking.
I'm drinking, kicking goals, you know.
But
Food is just
I do all this
yeah,
shit. He
awesome.
cuts it
So
out. He
good
don't put it
food.
on,
Yeah, no worries. Oh,
We got,
all right.
we call
I need to
them-
eat some of this. It looks really good, and it smells amazing. All right, we've had a lovely feed, and now it's time to light the bonfire. So yeah, let's see how quickly this goes up. I've got a feeling it's going to go up really fast. It's been sitting there for a while, so it's pretty dry. We haven't had any rain for the last week, so let's get this lit. I think we're going to have a good night. You want to get the petrol or what?
You put some diesel on that?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's done right, Ken. Just watch the snakes come out of it. Yeah. Nothing. So the gents are complaining that they can feel the heat of the fire from over there. This thing is kicking out some heat. I can feel it from here. She's pumping out. And it sounds awesome too. Woo! Man, right here, I am roasting. That is there's so much heat kicking out of that. Wow. Nothing like a big bonfire. The wind has dropped right off to nothing, as you can tell. It's going to be it'll be a cool night tonight, a chilly night. It's going to be a very peaceful night. It's going to be beautiful.
You're dribbling the wreck all the time.
Well, a good night was had by all. A few sore heads this morning. At least it's nice and peaceful up here. And didn't take much to get the fire going again either. So Mitch and I are up. Well, everyone's up now. Sleeping Beauty's finally got out of bed. Oh. And we've got a plan. So we're going to have some brekkie, and then all that old stuff that's come down up the back there during that storm the other month, we're going to start bringing all that down. So we're going to do like a tidy up today because the bonfire was still going, so might as well use it. So we're just going to start getting into that today, chop it all up, bring it all down, just keep burning it. That is one of those tasks that's been hanging in the back of my mind that I needed to do, but it's just been waiting to get the time to do it. So with the guys here, they're going to help out. So that's what we're going to get up to today. Do a bit of tidy up and just keep this fire going. it's been a long day. We've got a lot of that stuff up there cleared out. I did a little bit of work with the bees, pulled a heap of thistles out. Yeah, just lots of maintenance work today. So, but it's been beautiful weather. It's been hot. Boy, has it been hot. Anyway, that's all that's left from all the stuff that we had cleared up. So that's really good. But it's getting late. It's 6 o'clock now, so I need to get this fire put out. I'm going to flash up the pump on the back of the car there, and there's probably about 600 litres of water there that I'm going to put all onto this. Totally soak it. So yeah, big day. Anyway, tomorrow Kay and I are going to come up. We're going to do a little bit more work in the veggie patch, plant a few fruit trees. So I'll bring you up for that tomorrow. Right now I'm buggered. So but it was a good night last night. Alright, back to the veggie patch tomorrow. Thanks for hanging around. As I said, back up here, Kay and I have got a little bit of work to do. It's really hot today, hence why we've put up the shade. We're just stopped. We're going to cook up some sausages and have some lunch. Whoops, Freya's slipping off. She's too young to leave at home, so she's up here with us. We've got a couple of finger lime trees we want to get planted. I need to fix the door because Neil managed to push it off the hinges the other day. In his drunkenness, pushed the door outwards and snapped the hinges clean off and nearly fell out himself. Silly bugger, so I've got to fix that up as well. So just a few things, but we won't be working terribly hard because it is quite warm. Okay, so this is where we're going to plant one of the, these are an Australian native, they're called a finger lime. So Australian native citrus. Likes dappled sun to full sun, but it likes to be protected from the wind and from the real heavy frosts. So just in here underneath the tree, it's still getting plenty of light. It is protected from the wind because around behind where you can't see there is a big wall of trees as well. So it should be pretty good spot for it in here. So we're going to pop one of them here, and we'll pop another two up around the edge there somewhere, but we'll just go on getting this one in. Everything that gets planted up here has to be protected from the possums. So we've got a little wire cage to go around it until it gets itself better established. Because these cages are narrow, we're going to feed this down through so that we don't bust the branches.
Like this one.
Like that one.
Yeah, it's not going to work.
It's going to catch. Very good, very good, very good. Like that. Okay. Alright, so that's in there now. What I will do is I'm going to get a little bit of wire, seal up the top here as well, because the possums will go up and over and in. I don't know whether they're going to eat this one, but I know they have eaten our lemon tree before, so we'll get that closed up, and she's all pegged down, and that should keep it safe. At some point I'll build a bigger cage as it grows, and we'll just take this cage off, put a bigger one on, and these can grow up to 6 meters tall. Obviously once it gets past about 2 meters I really don't need to worry about protecting it too much. They're not going to be able to damage it, but when it's this small they could eat that in one night. Well, that's all we got time for this week. Quite a lot of variety in this week's episode, so I hope you've enjoyed that. Again, thanks very much for watching. I do appreciate it. Our subscribers are growing. We're well over 250 subscribers now. Week before last, YouTube actually promoted one of our videos and we ended up with well over 800 views, which was amazing. So yeah, just really excited about that, and thanks everyone. I really appreciate you all watching and liking and sharing these videos around and subscribing and whatnot. It really is encouraging. So yeah, so anyway, Next week we'll be back up on the block. I've got to try and get the veggie garden, the third veggie bed started, and I've got a lot of slashing and mowing to do. The grass is growing berserk up there. So anyway, till then, you take care, have a great week. I'll see you guys next week. Cheers.